everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Unpaid Invoices, the podcast where we dive deep into the chaotic and thrilling world of being a multifaceted creative. I'm Kiera Webster. With me, as always, is the incredible, talented Danique Deshay. How are we doing today?
We're doing all right.
I'm excited.
I can see it. I can see
I'm
it.
excited. We're gonna get it. I feel like it's gonna be even more weird when we have the cameras and like the full set and everything.
Probably.
So like the nerves and the adrenaline of like doing it. At least the first episode we don't gotta be on camera.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can get used to,
just
the
talking.
just talking.
Just barking, what have you. But yeah, so like what are you working on lately? I know you said earlier today you was working on like a couple of projects.
Do we have to talk about it?
I mean, you don't have to give us details, man.
I don't know.
Well, you can't say something.
No, I'm literally No, so like I really, for the most part, have a set number of shoots that I want to get done this year.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, and so it's just like,
how many?
Yeah, I broke it down, and for how many shoots that I want to do, it's like from 2 to 4 a week. So it's like, yeah. And I just tried to like book my first like shoot to get like kicked off, and I already had to like deal with rescheduling issues. So yeah, well that's what I dealt with today.
This actually went pretty well. I feel like scheduling wise.
Yeah, it felt
pretty
nice.
Yeah, it felt pretty natural. But I can tell you right now, I was on the producing hat. I'm scheduling other people right now, and it's not.
I'm already knowing
that well.
That's how I feel. That's
not responding to emails and people not getting back, and I'm like, bitch.
Taking their time. And I understand it, to be honest with you, but at the same time, like,
I mean, you don't
it just gets like to be. What'd you say?
So you don't check your email.
Hey, first off, let's not get into that because that was just one little time I slipped up. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely emailed you from the unpaid email, and you did not respond. I had to text you.
Hey, just because I don't respond don't mean I didn't see the email.
Well, how am I supposed to know you saw the email?
He said, I don't look. That's a different conversation. I feel like, for real. That's all.
Because
I feel like this is the same.
Nah, nigga, I emailed you something. I'm like, bro, did you see that email?
Relax.
What email? What email?
My stuff don't notify, and honestly, I get overstimulated. I feel like hella fast, and I'll be like, nah, shut this shit down. So it's just gotta be like, just in general. I feel like on anything. Like if I'm not focused on it, then I'm not gonna look at it because I'm already juggling so much. So that's why I mean, you already know this still. I don't know why you acting.
I'm not. I just want to see what she's gonna say.
Cause you foolish. You full of man.
Catch me on the streets.
Yeah.
Catch me on the streets, saying. But yeah, so I feel like we should first off, obviously, like talk about the podcast, what we're trying to do, where we see us going. Do you want to start us off?
No.
Why? You have to talk about the podcast, man, at some point. I can't lead all the talking.
Why you want me to start off?
Because.
Why she always want me to start off, y'all? I don't get it.
I want that for you. I don't know.
I feel like what we're trying to do. But repeat the question. Or whatever you just said.
I said, how do you feel about the podcast? Like, how do you feel like going into it, starting off?
I feel like when you're onto something, I'm pretty excited. I feel like what we're about to talk about, the conversations that we're about to talk about, are probably going to be like, I don't know, conversations that we need to be having. And I feel like we're going to provide the space for it to be like a safe environment for us to kind of speak on, you know what I'm saying, like the ups and downs.
You can't come over here and say no bullshit.
Yeah, no, not, I mean, you can't come over here and say any damn thing, you know what I'm saying?
Come over here and we gonna,
but at the same time,
are you a neighbor? We're going to be on SNL one day.
We just going to start censoring. It's going to be bleeps, yeah. And it's just gonna, yeah.
Matter of fact, we're just gonna have to hit you with an email. Like, I'm sorry, your episode could
this
air.
part, exactly. But no, I'm pretty excited.
Re-record.
We're going to have, no, it's not gonna be an option. It's gonna be we are, depending on, you know what I'm saying, what people come on with. But I don't know, pretty excited. I feel like you moving and shaking, doing your ends, boss man.
Man, I'm trying.
Like,
I'm trying.
You asking me?
Yeah,
this I feel like. We have our babies, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like Unpaid is like,
oh yeah, I mean,
like Unpaid ain't my baby. Unpaid is like my cousin or something. Like I still love you, but Does it make sense?
No, that makes perfect sense.
Like, it's not.
That makes perfect sense.
You come around, I was gonna say, when you come around, you know what I'm saying? What you trying to do, you know?
No, I think it's just like, I'm more so just trying to make sure, like, I don't want you to ever feel like you can't say no shit.
Oh, no,
you
I don't
can't,
feel
like,
that.
talk your shit or have, like,
I know, I don't, yeah. I definitely
is being involved, like, when we go other places and shit. I guess that's why. I'm just curious.
Oh, no, I know I'm a part of Unpaid. But as far as, like, I'm always kind of...
What, divert to you?
Not divert to you, but, like, you know how I feel about anything, like, creation-wise? Like, if you're leading or you came to me, like, however that works, it's yours. Like, it's your baby. So, like, when it comes to certain instances, like, it's not the fact that I don't feel like I can't speak. It's just... You know what I'm saying? It's your baby.
Yeah.
Like, why would you not be the first person to talk about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of how I feel with Sight of Shoes. Like, anything wise or any concepts I have, like, if I go to you, it's my baby. It's my concept. Like, I'm in control.
No,
so why would I not look
at it? That's a good
it?
point of collaboration, too, though.
Yeah. That's
like
how I see it.
where I want it to be.
Yeah.
I just want you to feel like you always have equal parts and, like...
I mean, I already know that. You know what I'm saying?
Shit,
if y'all on, you know, unpaid social medias, every little team that you're seeing, I made. So I know that, you know what I'm saying?
The branding is...
Yeah.
Is
I branded out the whole...
know.
Yeah. Branded out. I made the logo. Did the color scheme. Yeah. Turnaround was pretty wild.
Yeah.
But I had immediately, like...
Well, because at first... What was it? You say it wasn't a month, but I feel like that it felt like a month.
It wasn't... You talking about... Yeah. It wasn't a month.
Before we got
I'm telling you, it was like 3 weeks.
Ain't that a month?
No. You gotta add in another week. You gotta count the time for what it is. So you can't be changing how time and stuff goes.
Look, man, this one of my strongest as a creative.
A month is 4. What you talking about? She said
every month is 4 weeks?
Not every month, but I mean, majority of the months are 4 months, are they not? Look, hold up. Let me
Anyways, I feel like we should get into our first segment, which is our unpaid updates. This is basically the time where we update you guys about what's going on. Obviously, you guys need to go follow if you haven't followed, because, you know, that's how you end up in hell. I don't know. That's what the Lord told me. You gotta go follow. You gotta go follow the podcast. You gotta go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Where else are we at? YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
We're everywhere.
Yeah.
Unpaid
Invoices
everywhere.
We're big brother in y'all ass.
Boy.
Y'all don't even understand. We're everywhere.
No, really. Oh, Facebook.
Yeah, let's not talk about that app. I don't even.
Look, damn it. Instagram and Facebook is
so we gotta like that.
Freaking.
I hate that app so bad.
I mean, it's unfortunately.
It feels like a big ass forum.
What, Facebook?
Yes, to me it does.
I just feel like that's where all
I've never been on Facebook, but like I promise you, I was banned. I was banned from getting on Facebook as a kid.
I got on that shit anyway. I didn't get her.
Y'all wasn't scared of y'all mamas. That's okay.
No. I was, but I'm also.
It wasn't worth it. It wasn't nothing on there for me to go against Takesha.
That's a lie. I was on MySpace. I don't know about y'all, child. You had to have a MySpace and a Facebook. I feel like it was.
I didn't even have a MySpace. I ain't gonna hold you. I was a pretty I was rebellious. Yeah. Not sheltered. What's the word? Like I was just. I don't know.
You know,
yeah, I just was vibing out. Like I ain't need none of that shit. I was like, hey.
Nah, I wanted to fit in.
Man,
I was a quiet kid, so I was like, oh, everybody has a MySpace. Let me get one too.
I know my cousin, she snuck and got a Facebook once. She was younger than me.
You gotta sneak and get an email first. That's
bro, she gotta whoop
it. You gotta sneak the email first, and then you get the Facebook, and then you get the MySpace, and that's how you.
She was actually banned too. She got in trouble when they found her Facebook. But I just didn't care.
How they find your Facebook though? I feel like. Did you follow your family members?
No, I forgot. It was some stupid way that they had. Like, I think one of her friends had said something. She responded, and then I don't even know. I think the friends, parents or somebody else seen it, and then it was like a snowball from there. And then I remember her telling me. I was like, "You goofy." It was not. What was on there that you needed to see for real? And what did your friend say? I bet you she was home. She was. She the one the reason why
everybody had cell phones too. I didn't get a cell phone until
I had a cell phone when I was in 3rd grade.
I remember the day my mom came in the house. She was like, "We getting phones." I said, oh, "Jesus, you heard my cries."
She said, "Gas."
You heard my cries. Yes! It was on Halloween. I'll never forget. It was the first time she lived because we did. At this point, we had moved to Edmonds. So I was like, I got a phone now.
My goodness.
Bitch.
Man, I was one of the few kids that had a phone during my group. So
I had a phone, but it didn't work. Everybody had one of those.
You remember the Firefly?
It was like a little switch, or what was it? Not the switch. What was it? What's the
that was one of the flip up. The kickback?
Yeah, sidekick.
Sidekick. Yeah, I said the kickback. What is a kickback? But yeah, sidekick.
Or a razor and the sidekick.
Do you remember the Firefly?
Yes.
Man.
I never actually knew anybody.
I had one. It's crazy.
I had the palm. What was it called? The palm. Little palm joint.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I had one of those. It was like a fake BlackBerry.
Man, when I got the actual T-Mobile flip phone, feel like Regina George bitch walking up in that hoe. Like everybody was like, what? She got a phone? I'm like, yeah, who you need me to call?
I didn't call nobody back then.
Literally the only people in my phone is my grandma, my mama. Like,
yeah, that was it.
My aunt. Like, it's people that you know what I'm saying, that stuff happened. Like, you need to call them. What you need me to do? Who you need me to call?
But yeah, so anyways, like we said, guys, we appreciate all of your support as we embark on this lovely little journey that we're embarking on. Again, I'm gonna mention, if you haven't followed us, even if wherever you listen to your podcast at, I'm a Spotify girly.
I'm definitely a Spotify girly.
Yeah, but
Apple is
my new buddy one day.
Apple is the best.
We love Apple.
I love me some apples.
Apple, Amazon, and beyond. Also, shout out to Acast. You know what I'm saying? But yes, we also have our Patreon. You want to talk about Patreon real quick? Ma'am, come on. You have to participate. What do you mean you don't know about it?
No, I'm playing. On our Patreon, we're basically going to be getting into some juicy type of topics. We're going to be unfiltered, way more unfiltered than, the regular episodes. These type of episodes or the regular episodes that will be airing are kind of like us going over stuff that's been happening on the scene in pop culture, creative-wise, the stuff that we're dealing with, all of that type of stuff. But the Patreon, gonna let we're not getting nasty. I don't know why she just said that. We getting a little loose. And yeah, we just gonna chat. We're gonna chat regular, like you one of my peeps, like you're in front of me.
Yeah. We're gonna talk.
We're gonna
real talk. I feel like that's the
Some episodes will probably be sipping with y'all. Some episodes we'll probably be doing something else. I don't know. You just gotta see.
Yeah, you gotta pay that $4.99. Listen, I feel like $4.99 is nothing. I mean, like at this point, everybody got subscriptions, right? So what is it to add one more?
I think that's the price of a large McDonald's fry right
and
now.
possibly a third bad bitch on there. A win is a win. Like I just feel like a win is a win. $4.99 to see 3 bad bitches talk about some fun shit. Hey.
Yeah.
I mean. It's the way to go. Me personally. I feel like you should do this next part. Because I don't know. I think you should express the intent behind starting the pod.
I mean, okay. The intent behind starting the pod?
Yeah.
I feel like
mission statement.
Well.
It's involved.
I mean, yeah, I understand.
We're gonna find our rhythm. I feel like we're gonna find our rhythm. Because I'm not about to sit here and be talking this whole fucking time, bitch.
Why are you capping? You haven't been talking this whole time. I hate when you do that. You be gassing.
Okay, I will not be leading the intros until all the segments. That's what I'm talking about.
But
is that dramatic enough for you niggas?
Yeah. We're done. Your time is over. Go back to what she said she wanted me to do.
Back to your regular schedule program.
Unpaid mission statement. That's what y'all should know. Unpaid Invoices is your guide through the often unpredictable waters of the creative industry. We aim to empower you with knowledge, inspiration, and a supportive community to help you thrive as a multifaceted creative professional. Period.
So if you want to be like, I don't know, a graphic designer, a singer.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about like a lot of kind of perspectives. I mean, I am a graphic designer and photographer.
You're?
I feel like I'm just multifaceted and period artist.
What do you mean?
A multi.
Like
yeah. So like I can do like multiple things, but yeah.
I mean, I think, but honestly, I feel like this really, well, I won't say every creative, because some people just have
I
their
wouldn't say
niche,
it's every creative.
and they just really stick to that.
Yeah.
But
I tried to do that, but
it's not your strong suit.
I don't think I can just stick to one thing. I think I just like what I like, and I like a lot. And me trying to force me to stay in one other, just
because they always hit you with
whatever
jack of
idea
all
I get
trades
is whatever
is a master of none, and I have the phrase.
That's not even the phrase. The full
Yeah.
phrase. The full phrase is, what is it? You said
it's like
a jack of all trades is a master of none, but a master of many is better than a master of none, or something like that. So it's like, yeah. I think, man, now I need to fact check, but I feel like it is. They don't say the full thing. That's like the same thing with the blood is thicker than water. But what's the other half?
There's the other half to that?
Yeah, it's like something. Bro, people only be saying half of the damn saying, like, just to fit the narrative.
I did not know that. I didn't know that was the other half to that. I knew for the jack of all trades, I know there's another part of that, but I think that's what they tell you even in, like, I feel like college, they be like, you find your thing and stick to it, and then that's how you get a job, etc., etc., etc.
I mean, yeah, sometimes they work out, but sometimes they don't matter. When we got somebody over here that's a fucking Swiss Army knife, and we can get him to be able to put into anything, like, I mean, it depends on what you're talking about. So that's what I'm saying. The jack of all trades is a master of none, but it's like a master of some or many is better than a master of none. So it's like you still better than somebody who's not doing nothing.
I mean,
which is obvious, but at the same time, like, it's just like,
it's a lot of none going on here in the great state of Oklahoma.
Man, I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I just do a lot. Whatever I like and whatever and however I need to get out the project, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I don't, like the one I'm about to do recently or here soon is gonna be like majority video, it feel like. And I don't do video.
Is that what you feel? Well, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, at some point, I feel like I'll probably pick up a camera in the
Okay, I want to go on record and say the actual quote is a jack of all trades is a master of none, though oftentimes better than a master of one.
I feel like that's extra true now, just because, like, in the digital age that we're in, you're seeing a lot of people who are like just photographers, but then now I have to become like social media gurus or influencers or whatever just to like get themselves out there. So like at this point, if you are only a master of one, you're kind of behind the curve almost.
I mean, it also shows low key how you're able to adapt. Because some people don't want to learn anything else that's new. So like, yeah, you're a master of this, but can you adapt and be a part of this? Like, we don't need you to do that right now.
And then when you are adaptable and you get to a corporate position, they be like, well, what are your skills? What is your
boy, we ain't gonna talk about the corporate stuff. Damn. I'm just kidding. We love y'all corporate people. Yes. We are awaiting y'all's sponsorships, y'all's brand deals. You know, as creatives.
Speaking of businesses in general, we obviously, I feel like here at Unpaid, we want to support small businesses. We want to support, people in the city who are doing their thing, and people who I feel like...
Oh, for sure. They need to get handed their flowers.
Yes, who need to get handed their flowers. So when it comes to, like, just guests in general, or even just, like, ads and sponsorships, we do want to say, like, we are open to... small businesses. However, we want to make sure that it aligns. So if you are interested, you can always email us or DM us and we'll let you know.
We'll get back to you, babes.
Yeah, we'll get back to you and let you know. But for sure, if that's something that you want to spread your reach and you want to do it through Unpaid Invoices, then let us know. Because we will assist and aid you in that.
We'll hit you up. We'll talk to you.
Now, if you got some bogus t-shirts.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you right now. It's probably gonna be enough.
Don't put us. Look. Just look.
If you slap a saying on a blank t-shirt. Yeah, quality. Heavy on the quality though. If you just gonna slap some shit on a t-shirt, it's probably not for us.
And don't read too much into that, because like I make t-shirts, so sometimes like my stuff is like simple or plain, but like the saying is like cool or catchy. So, like that,
she was like she be in Forever 21 though.
Huh? You said what?
She looked like it's supposed to be in Forever 21. You know the little random ass sayings they be having, like,
oh, my stuff?
No, I'm talking about if they trying to come to us with some shit like,
I'm a taco. Yeah. You grab the shirt. You see the color? No, a mustardy shirt, and you like, oh, that's so fire, the color, and turn around and be like, Taco Tuesday. And it's like, yeah, I can't.
Bitch. Keep almost.
Yeah, like damn, I gotta slap a sticker or something over this.
Mm-hmm.
The color fire though. Look at the quality. With a big ass taco on it. It's ridiculous.
I feel like when it comes to like our segments, I really wanted us to like kind of just talk about like some really fun stuff. So in regards to this next segment, it's called Top 5, which is pretty common.
What you mean?
There.
Top 5. What? Top 5.
So basically, when it comes to Top 5, I want it to kind of be like a game. And if you guys, obviously you guys can't see us on camera right now, but if you are listening, we will eventually have our sound guy on camera at some point, and he'll have his little moment. His name is Connor. But Connor's gonna keep track of the points at some point, because I do want it to be like a little game, essentially where we come in, and it could be like, for example, like last year, like who do you think were the top 5 artists of 2023? And depending on it, we can figure out of like if you want to do it in order.
That's crazy because I can't even answer that for real, but
I feel like I give at least top 3 for sure.
I can tell you I had a rotation heavily, but top 5.
But like based off of like global.
I mean, I know that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
Beyonce for sure up there though. We just gonna throw that out there.
So essentially, that's what. Bro, I feel like you be surprised. I feel like you genuinely.
And Taylor is not. I don't care about what y'all talk about. I'm not a Swiftie.
She definitely is. Unfortunately, she definitely is in that category.
No, I'm just kidding.
I think she's like number 2.
But don't think that I'm pleased. What?
I think like she's like number 2 or 3.
But my thing is, I don't know. Taylor, are you really pushing the culture?
Okay, so well, let's do this. We'll start off easy. We'll give like who we think our top 5 artists of 2023 were. You don't have to do it in any order.
My top 5?
Well, we can do both.
I'm gonna go off my Spotify playlist.
I mean, but I'm saying like I wanted to give like the fact check to see so we can get like a point system. So like we have some points. And then for the people to like follow along.
Oh, okay.
So who do you think? You said a couple. Who do you think were the top 5 artists of 2023?
Overall?
Yeah.
Beyonce's up there, period.
Beyonce.
I'm not gonna lie, last year felt hella long, but I want to say Doja was up there.
Alright, she was on tour too. She was on tour. She's definitely on tour.
Oh, this year or you talking about 2020?
No, last year. She was
okay,
like,
bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like the end, like honestly,
Doja I feel like was up there. Meg, it kind of fell off.
I don't think Meg.
Yeah, Meg wasn't up there.
She didn't drop
Who else dropped stuff? Drake. I guess we gotta give it to that alpaca. No, I'm just kidding. Just playing for real. But Drake had a year. I for sure think.
What is that, 4?
No, that's just 3. I just said Drake, Doja, Beyonce.
Doja. Yeah, okay.
I thought you said Megan.
No.
But she had a bad year. That's like she was out the whole. I mean, like majority of that year because of that little leprechaun situation she had to deal with. So yeah.
Irish.
Yeah.
What she said.
She had to get out of there. He ain't get no gold at the end of that rainbow for real. So you know what I'm saying.
He found himself
He's in a cell.
bars by himself.
he's behind. Hell, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. 2 other people? Dang, I cannot think for real. Who was I seeing everywhere? That's what I'm. She wasn't no top artist though.
I feel like I know who you're gonna say.
No, I don't think.
I feel like I
say
it. Tyler?
No. I wouldn't even give it to. But let me give it to my girl Tim's. You just triggered something because I think Tim, or was it the year before? See, like
COVID.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the Panini has messed up all of my like my
I say
my
Panini
time.
for a totally different word. So that's
oh yeah, no. But I feel like Tim maybe it was the year before because when she dropped that Orange album. Yeah. Honestly, I think that's the only people I can name. I cannot think of nobody else.
I'm gonna definitely say Taylor Swift.
You're gonna say Tyler?
No, Taylor Swift.
No, but you brought her up like I was gonna say.
I thought that's where you were going at first.
No.
You still have one more though.
I'm not giving it to. I guess throw Taylor's funky self in there.
But
Like,
I mean,
she was respect.
I don't want to personally.
Look,
I feel like I'm probably throw you.
Cause
I'm gonna get you beat up. I feel like I'm gonna throw you. And the only reason why I say this is because I was watching another podcast and they brought up somebody else, and I didn't even think of this person, Bad Bunny.
Boy,
so
that's a fair. I'm gonna give it to my guy.
I'm gonna go Beyonce. I'm gonna go Bad Bunny, Taylor Swift, Drake. Damn.
Like who? That's what I'm saying. I'm really trying to think.
I feel like it's another maybe like.
I'm really blanking for real. Do you want to give it to Koi?
Nah. I genuinely don't think any black people in that list. I mean, honestly, Drake. But I mean.
Oh, we talking about like global though.
Yeah, I feel like top 5 artists like of. I'll throw in BTS. I'll throw in BTS for that last one for my last 5, and we'll see next week who actually is the closest. But I definitely know Taylor Swift and Bad Bunny on those lists for sure. Cause Bad Bunny sold out like arenas.
Who else, man? If that's the case, then I'm gonna change my
list. And he started fucking with
I'm gonna say Beyonce. I was like, he got
a Kardashian and arena tours. Yeah, he was sold.
Who did he? Oh, ew. Yeah, I forgot about that. All right, I'm gonna switch my theme then. If you're going off of that, I'm gonna say Beyonce, Drake. No, I'm gonna give it to Taylor.
You said Thames, I think.
No.
Who'd you say?
Thames did have a year.
I don't think it was last year though.
It wasn't though. It wasn't.
I genuinely don't think it was last year.
I am gonna give it to Cardi. Cardi had a good year for features. I feel she had a run. She had a run on features.
I forgot about her features. What was the other Lotto?
I was gonna say I'm not gonna say. I was gonna say Lotto earlier, but then we talked about global for real. But I feel like what Lotto will be under is like upcoming, like as far as like not upcoming, but. No, not upcoming, but you know when they get in their momentum for real? Like, it's one thing to kind of have a career, have your base fans, whatever, but it's a whole nother thing to get your momentum in, like, mainstream. You're getting the brand deals, you're getting Koi has started getting her momentum. Lotto has got her momentum.
I feel like Lotto got her momentum, especially when she really got her stage presence down. Shout out to Tiana Taylor.
I mean, yeah.
For that. But she did that.
Oh, that just reminds me of Summer Walker down.
Wow. I don't think Summer. Oh,
Summer was not at all on that.
SZA, nigga.
I was like, I know I'm forgetting someone that's just like, man.
Yeah. Slow. I forgot about SZA. Okay, yeah. I'll throw Taylor off of SZA.
Okay, hold on.
Taylor definitely.
Because you said SZA. Nah, I can't give it to him. It'll be a reach. He just started dropping.
Who?
Playboy Cardi. But every time he dropped, though, it'd be like, very like.
You think so?
My timeline, I feel like he be pulling in numbers for him not to be dropping often.
He only pulls in a certain demographic.
I don't not to agree, but I'm saying
genuinely
it's full. But that's how I feel about Taylor. That's why. But that's how I feel about Taylor. That's why I don't want to give her credit, because if that's the case, then
I have like
that's like media
on my timeline that are like
heavy Swifties.
Yes, boy. Ugh. And I will say they are of the caucus variety.
I mean, and when you're,
she be going hard. Like, she be retweeting like her and Travis Kelce. And I be like, girl,
tells you they love you. I don't like that girl for real.
She be like,
I feel like,
I'm like, girl, get this shit.
I feel like Taylor is like an actual like.
She's mediocre. I'm sorry.
It's not even. That's a whole nother situation.
But if you say on the podcast, I'll say it straight to somebody's face. I just want to say that.
I'm not even if I
had the chance.
It's not even no disrespect. I'm gonna give Taylor her respect in finding her pocket and finding her group.
I don't even think she found her pocket because I feel like she's a fucking marketing exec. No, that shit was laid out for her. That fake ass country accent she had when she first came.
You see the song I keep referencing? Do you know the song I'm referencing?
Yes, I know, because that was the last time I heard Taylor Swift. That was the most song
that I've ever heard when she dropped it. I was like, when you're 15 and somebody tells you they love you. You're gonna believe them. What type of writing is this? Like, this is her from straight out of her diary. But I ain't gonna lie, when Taylor first came out, that one, what was that one song that she first?
Marry me, Juliana.
Yeah, that was a bop, boy. I remember being up in the car.
I remember being on, what is it, DirecTV, when you used to go get the karaoke version of the song. I feel like know what I'm talking about. We had cable where you could go to the you go to the shit and you pull up the karaoke version and it would have it work.
No, I know what you're talking about. You go to the big ass channels.
Yeah.
Man, you're funny. Wow, what a time. That wasn't even that long ago, but anyways, all I know is, look, we're talking about artist development. So when we talk about artist development, look, I'm no...
bullshit. I done seen it.
I'm not gonna lie. Brandon wise, I feel like that rollout could have been a little better, like for real. Because I don't understand what they
about Lotto too about this last.
And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. They just want a video from Lotto. That's all that it is. Y'all just want a video from Lotto, but Lotto don't have to give y'all a video for that song that she just dropped. What's the song called?
She actually did though.
Even still,
and it has mad reference.
It has mad
like
them shots, them angles, that shot, the angle in the street.
She had a belly reference, boy.
Crazy. Yes. I seen that. Went hard. Yes. With the eyes and shit. Crazy scene. That scene is always gonna pop.
I feel like if anybody has some of the my thing also too, just kind of segueing back to the K-pop thing, they have a story in their music videos. It's very high production value, and even if they don't, it just gives something that is just, I don't think we get here. All we get is niggas in front of cars and weed and bitches on
shaking ass.
I'm tired.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna enjoy a fat butt.
Yeah, we all can enjoy fat asses, but after a while, my nigga like, bro, y'all
I'm not gonna have
this scene has bitches in the house with fat asses and throwing it. Now we're in cars and
but we could
now we're on the beach throwing fat asses. Now we're on another place throwing fat asses and every scene, every shot has bitches and fat asses and bikinis and shit. Like, it's just like at a certain point, y'all niggas ain't got a story. Take us back, please. Like,
I can
give
help
us
some of y'all with y'all. I can help some of y'all with y'all stories for real, and give y'all the fat ass situation if y'all want it for real. Just
I already know the folk, you know.
Just like, I've already branded out on music.
I don't know. I just feel like, especially even just to like our OKC rappers, like I just feel like y'all should.
They don't be having asses going crazy.
No, they have mad edits.
Yeah, that's what I be on. That's what I would do.
They have mad edits and booties and bad bitches, you know.
Mhm. Oh, you feel like it's better? Is that what you saying?
No.
Oh.
What the fuck? No.
Honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. I don't see too many people's videos, but when I do see the videos, I like the edits. I'm always like the quick, fast edits though. Like I'm that type of person that likes that sometimes. I can see what you're saying though, as far as like just being different, but I feel like
not even different. I just feel like it gives.
It's not original.
This is all. Maybe this is all you could afford as well, and that's fine. But maybe you need to go to the person and see if like how you can capitalize on this moment. Like just trying to find a different approach.
I don't think a lot of y'all have treatments for real.
Yes.
Is what I'm pretty sure is what you're referencing.
Yes.
Because I'm to be honest with you, I've worked with I did like one video for real, and I remember when I did a treatment for him, he was like, I have never got no like stuff like this, even with the like other videographers that I've worked with. Like I have not gotten a treatment.
Yes.
And I was like, that's interesting. Granted, the people that he's worked with videography wise,
I feel like if you had a treatment, it would show. I feel like it would show.
I mean, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you can't not have like maybe 1-2 scenes and it could really be amazing. I feel like y'all lack. There is a lack of, I would say, because I don't want to say all, because there are some people who really picked up on finding their like vibe or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the whole point, branding out yourself.
Right. I'm not
gonna hold you. You don't need to do it all the time. You don't need to have a full out video. And a prime example for the people who don't go full out in production with videos, but following is crazy, is Earl, Mike. All of them, like Overcast, Mavi, like all of them, their video production. Now Mavi, I know he got a couple,
he does it.
But like he has a couple. But for the most part, Mike, when he first started early out, like it was just like collage type of like
Victoria Monet, the video that is trending but no, but the video that's trending right now, which is the that one,
the moment,
yes, that one. When she talks about it, she's like, oh, we went to South Africa, da. You could find a patch of grass with some flowers and, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, I think people need to start thinking outside the box and not let budget a lot of times factor in so much from hindering your creativity. Because I know it does play
I mean, I get what you're saying, but
I'm talking artists in general. Oh. Like, artists across the board, I would encourage people to be like, think outside the box. Don't allow your budget to dictate your artistry. Because I know that can be the case sometimes, but I feel like the reason I say that is because I feel like in filmmaking you have to do the same thing. If you have a short story and you are trying to get into festivals, etc. You might only have one location. So you gotta make the best of it. And I feel like you got money, or you're going to these dudes, you know, with your chains and your grills and your iced out and all this other extra boo-hoo, what have you. And all you got is bitches in front of cars shaking ass. That's all you can come up with. That's it.
I mean, look.
That's the extent of your creativity.
But that's what I'm saying.
To be an artist
for certain. But that's why I say why I say like I know you're talking about artists, but for rappers in particular, like they're not gonna. Yeah, I think
and that's why your shit looks like everybody else's.
I mean, but unless you like a specific type of rapper with a certain style, you're really not gonna think that far out of the box for real.
But
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
that's your fault, or is that?
I mean, it ain't no one's fault. I'm just saying why it's like that. I'm just saying putting it.
I know why it's like that. I don't need no perspective. I just want to encourage people to try. Like, give it some effort.
They're not going to. But shout out if y'all try. Like.
It's a couple people I've seen that like have actually put out some really great videos. Like
recently?
I can recognize the locations here in OKC. I think anybody who is from OKC, you gonna know the locations. Like we know. If you're creative, you know the places that everybody goes to shoot at. But I've seen some people. I think Pillow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Pillow. I think
Pillow. I feel like has found a way to give it don't look. If somebody else was to watch that, they would be like, "Oh, that's the."
Because how they edit is crazy.
Yes.
How they edit go crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. It takes a little bit of development. It takes a little bit of effort, and I feel like again, the right people, bringing it all together. I feel like it sets you apart, and I don't feel like people do that extra step of like, maybe I should think this through and be like, I don't want to do this like everybody else, or if I do use this location in a way, I can maybe use it in this way. That for me, I feel like
to an extent, yeah, I guess. But then when you start talking about stuff like that, when we start talking about people who really putting their foot in their craft for real, they come with a budget. Like, I mean, they come with certain stuff. Like, and what we had a conversation. I mean, obviously not now, but like a long time ago about folks not wanting to like even open up the conversation of like, I can't afford that, but can you do this? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't...
I feel like that's a perfect segue into our next segment, which we like to call Off the Record. I still feel like this segment, though, is going to change the title. Just because we had spoken about, like, having sips at this time. Because we both drink a lot of iced coffee. Mm-hmm. If I feel like you're very creative, you're either like a coffee or a tea or an energy drink person. Mm-hmm. Could be the ADHD. I don't know. But Off the Record is basically where we spill the tea on some of the hottest topics in the creative world, similar to what we've been doing, whether it be in Twitter, in real life, or cover music, cover drops, branding strategies, fashion, etc. And like what's on our radar today. And one of the things that I saw was like this was a couple weeks back though, and I wanted your take on it. I don't know if we talked about it. I don't remember. But essentially, the graphic designer behind the cover for Beyonce's self-titled album, which had 7-Eleven, it had Drunken Love, all bangers. Bangers. That was the one that she dropped at like midnight,
Yeah, with no promotion. Digital.
Change the game with that digital drop. What'd she say?
Yeah, exactly.
I stopped the world.
Yeah, world stop. Carry on.
Nice. So, she basically said, her graphic designer came on and said that it took 7 months and 150 cover variations until Beyonce was happy with it. One of our personal faves on Twitter, who we both follow, at Lindsay Created, said, I'm sorry, not even Beyonce could get 150 variations worth of rounds or revisions out of me.
Oh, I didn't even see her respond. That's funny. I didn't even see this story. That's crazy. I'm very interested in this.
Did you know? Okay, so
150.
Yeah, 150.
And I would be in only to land.
Do you remember what it looked like?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It just looked like font.
That is how I go off of music, is by the covers. Obviously, because I'm a graphic designer. But for that to be 150 to land on that impact ass type of font that was on that cover. I don't even know if it was. I can't even say. I'm not gonna say it was impact. I don't know if it was impact or not. But it was a heavy bold font with her name on a black cover.
That's it. That was it. 150.
So I'm curious to know, what did the other 100, like, what did they look like?
7 months.
And I want to see them.
7 months. I feel like you...
Because I feel like I'm sure with the 150, they have to actually be concepts. I feel like.
I'm curious to know.
Only to land on a basic... I feel like that's how it went. A basic ass thing.
I'm curious to know what she asked for initially. Or if she kind of does like how I do sometimes, was like, I'm kind of interested in these things, go. And then come back and then we'll revise from there.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, talk your shit. Go ahead, talk your shit. Say your shit.
People like that, like, I like that. Like, I'd be like, give you creative freedom. I'm going to give you creative freedom, yeah. And then you go and you do that, your creative juices flowing, you get into going, and then you come back and then nobody likes it. Now, what do I'm looking like?
I don't know. I don't look at it like that.
I'm sure y'all never look at it like that. I'm so sure. Yeah.
I never look at it like that.
But from the standpoint, my thing is, when you get the creative go, or you get like one of them like folks where they're like, I'm in the pocket of this, or they'll give you like, just vague type of descriptors, and then it's like, okay, but just go off and do your thing, like, I trust you. And then you come back, you do your thing, and then it's like, that's not what I had in mind. Okay, well, you clearly had something in your mind.
But sometimes it's like, I know it when I see it. And I'd rather
I know it when I see it is not enough for me. Once I heard that I know it when I see it, no. All bets is off, like, for real.
Well, I feel like, no, because sometimes...
When you did that with me, I think at some point I said, I read the...
Nah, nigga, we not doing... I was specific.
But we redirected. You were specific, but even still, like... I feel like it was kind of, you were a little bit more specific than what
I was like, I was like, this area is where you can have the freedom in, but I was like, this, and this.
I feel, man, I don't know. I'm like neutral to that for real, but that's low key, that's a yellow flag.
What, in clients?
Yes, that's a yellow flag. Just damn near, depending on what's happened before, what is the brightest color red? Like, I don't even know.
A beige. She said it's a beige flag. A red flag.
Like bully rojo red. I don't know. That's like, cut it. Because it feels like I've had moments where I continue to do variations and they don't like none of it.
See, but I feel like y'all usually get the ballpark. Like when we first came, when we were talking about, you were in the ballpark and it was just, we had to kind of tweak it from there. I hear what you're saying though. People who just be like, no, next. And like want you to start from scratch. I'm more so like, you're in the ballpark, let's tweak it here, and then we can go from there. I don't think I've ever had a moment where it's anyone I've ever done like that.
Probably not for you, for real, but I'm just saying from my end, on my experience, bro,
but
those are like yellow flag or red words.
The reason I'm like that, though, is because I was the other one. I was a yellow flag at one point. And Monique is the one who... Monique is the one who broke me out of that, though. I feel like. Because she was like, I like what you do. Or I like the idea or whatever. I'm hollering. I like the idea, but I don't want to... What is it? She was like, I like the idea, but I don't want to, take away from it. Something like that, to the effect of. But I don't know. I just thought that was crazy because now I'm like, well, what was the contract for this?
How much was it? I ain't gonna lie. Whoever said they not doing whatever for Beyonce, I ain't gonna cap. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna do nothing for Beyonce because what we talking?
Well, you gotta remember Lindsay made money.
If I have rounds, but hold on, I would be curious to see what the graphic designer's contract was set up and how it was set up because usually there's a percentage on rounds outside of something.
That's true.
Y'all are sitting up here saying that y'all don't think Beyonce, she can get me, I can't get 150 out of me. If every round is 12,000, if every round is a 1,500, everybody shut up. I'm doing that. Hey, what you want? What you want, V? You want this letter taken off? You want to move to
I just made up a new font for you, girl.
Look to the left,
I don't know if you wanted to, if you're interested in this, but I got a whole new font for you if you're curious.
Man, so I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna do that many rounds for real. I'm not going to.
I think from my perspective, it was just more so like 157 months long just to land on what we know.
It's a basic title.
It's this basic ass font that does nothing. Oh, well, I won't say does nothing, but...
I think it's iconic. The thing
is... No, for sure. It was definitely iconic.
For cover art, the thing that I always try to say is you want icon, like you want iconography, like type of stuff. Like one of the best examples I feel like, and one person that has a run with the iconic type of cover art is, I'm gonna give it to him, is Kanye mother effing West. That bear, I don't even know I'm sure he has a name, but that has been Yes, that has been a symbol of like hype beast type of like stuff for the longest. Like that's the type of stuff that you want. Like same thing with J. Cole when he dropped that KOD and he had that painter do his stuff.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really pay attention to a lot of cover art.
Man, I just feel like, cover art makes me stop. So I don't know about everybody else, but cover art makes me actually stop and listen to the stuff.
The beats always make me stop. I don't feel like.
But what do you have to do? You don't know when you're the first thing that you're seeing is visual. You're not seeing like nothing sonically.
I don't even. Sometimes I'm just now getting out of the habit of like not listening to lyrics. I'm just now getting out of that.
To get like the first, you're not gonna hear you're not hearing the song unless you hear the song. So in order for me to want to even listen to the song,
you gotta look at the cover art.
Not necessarily. I mean, it's gonna draw me in for sure. Yeah,
that's not my drawing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's fine.
But everybody,
for me, that's not my drawing.
I feel like cover art gets people to stop. Not everybody care about it for real, but I don't think I'm not even gonna hold you. Some people don't even realize how much of an effect it does. It's just regular.
No, I think that goes back into like the psychology of like
graphic design. That's what I'm saying.
That,
so yeah, it's not gonna be like to you. Yeah, you saying you don't care, but you didn't even notice that you stopped on that song because it was in bright red or it was yellow or whatever the hell.
I mean, I agree.
But you know what I'm saying? It's just me and my nerdy graphic design talk. I don't know.
Hey, we love to hear it. You're gonna hear more of it on the pod if you're tuning in. So at Black Women Photo, do you follow them?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're a photographer or you're a wannabe photographer, you should definitely be following them. They're always posting like really great content on Twitter, Instagram, and all the places. But they have posted a question, and I wanted to like read a couple of the responses because I felt like this was very on par. They posed the question and they said, "As creatives, what do you need in 2024?" And I feel like we could talk about these. The first one, which I feel like is very important. Especially in regards to unpaid invoices. Because this, for me, I feel like is a really big thing. Obviously, I run the social media for Unpaid Invoices. So, like, I engage with all that stuff. But somebody, young_deuces said, likes, retweets, comments, engagement. If an investor so happens to come along, awesome too. Oh, I would love to win one of those grants because I ain't been successful at them joints yet.
Yeah,
I feel like personally, a lot of people don't realize the impact of one simple like of the engagement, especially just because like I know we're in Oklahoma and a lot of people know each other from wherever the fuck and all of that jazz, and people will watch it and see it. And granted, I can see the analytics, so I know you niggas seen the shit.
Man.
But you didn't engage with
looking
it.
Like,
you didn't like it. And me personally, I feel like it's nothing to repost somebody to a story. It's nothing to give 2 taps on a photo that you just saw. Or I know you probably scrolled in the comments, or it may have attracted you to want to come to the page. I feel like that type of stuff for me, people don't really see the impact of that, and so because they don't see that, they feel like, oh well, I followed you, that's good enough. No, babes. If you're not gonna like continue the engagement, you're kind of just a ghost follower.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to be better at that myself. So I don't even try to speak on that too much, to be honest with you.
I mean, even just the thought of like being aware
like,
of that.
I'm not social media for real. Like I talk like I'm a person that be like I'm gonna pop in, pop out, like. So, like, even on social media, like, it's like I'll be on there, and then I'll just be a stick where I'm not on there for real.
I mean, and so that's fine, like, but, like, I just feel like, again, even if
when
you
I'm
are...
on there, I'm not engaging for real. Like, so I...
Really?
I feel like I am, but I could be... I feel like there was a moment where I was engaging more. But I've had some stuff happen to where I think it shelled me for real. So, like, it kind of...
I don't know. If I see it, I'm gonna repost it. I feel like, and people, you know, appreciate it, but
and that's definitely what.
Because I don't think it's nothing. Like literally, you just click on the fucking arrow and it says add to story. Like there's so. I feel like now it's just such a like you know you're coming from the UX world. It's so. Boo boo boo. It shouldn't be. I feel like it shouldn't be like that much of a thought process to do it.
But you gotta want
to. I don't even think you want to. I just feel like you just can. Like, it's just an afterthought. I feel like it needs to get to that point.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but
I would love it if it got to that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but I feel like it's like you gotta want to do it. You gotta want to show, like, you know what I'm saying? Engage, want to show support, even though it's that simple, it's like, oh, you can just do it real quick. Like, you have to, you know what I'm saying?
Want to get that engagement.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, like, for me, like, even sometimes I'll say stuff out loud, but I won't comment. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, it's just like,
TikTok broke me out of that. I think that's why.
Yeah, I'm not like
because it helped build my audience. It helped build my community.
Yeah,
that I realized that I was like, oh, when I comment on your things, you then repay me and commenting on mine. So that's why for me it's like it's nothing.
At some point.
No, it's not though. Because if
I have to do something in order for you to give me something.
Because
like
you know why? Do you know why though? Because the algorithm will push then my content where you're like, oh, it goes back to that subconscious stuff that you was talking about with graphic design. People don't realize that though. One, you're engaging with my stuff, whether I know you or not. It's the same with Twitter. You don't probably remember half the people you probably engage with.
I love on Twitter when I post.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, even the people who are outside of, like, the people you know, the people you've engaged with, because you're engaging with them, they reciprocate that back. Yeah. And because of that, then you thus have your community. I feel like it could be the same, and a lot of people don't understand that. If you want, especially in Oklahoma, if you want to build your community, you want to build your solid fan base, you have to engage with the people around you, whether they're other creatives, whether they're a media platform, whatever. You have to reciprocate that same energy back. And it's very simple in just posting somebody's stuff to their story, leaving 2 emojis underneath they shit.
No, like, and that's what I'm saying.
It's simple.
But for me, I will say, for me too, like, with the stuff that I'm dealing with and all that.
Whether it's authentic or not, man. You can just
like
2 fire emojis, you can't come up off that.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna agree fully to that, like, on authentic or not. But I feel like, to an extent, for me, it's like, I want it to be authentic, and I feel like, also, I was put in, like, I just had a perspective of stuff. Like, I was perceiving things that weren't there for real. Just because of all the shit that I was going through for real. Does that make sense?
No, I get you.
So, like, that's why I said this year I'm going to get out of that for real. Because I feel like I'm, like...
TikTok broke me out of that. I peeped. I said, this makes sense. I was like, if I want people to comment on my stuff, if I want people to care about what I post, I have to care about what they post. Yeah. I have to...
I mean, I know all the stuff.
Yeah, like, I feel like I have to care.
But it's like one of them things where it's like, it's easier said than done for real, especially when your mind gets to talking in that moment. Yeah. Like, I can understand, like, obviously that makes sense marketing-wise. Like, I support you support me type deal. Yeah. I engage, whatever. Especially on a psychological level, because I feel like with brands that have certain services, you actually need to be attached to said brand. Yep. You don't get to separate them that much. And I knew that, but I still didn't really lean into it. But I ain't got that option no more. So it's kind of like, you know, you understand stuff for real, but
you want to read that next
sometimes putting it into practice is a little different than just, you know what I'm saying, just acknowledging.
But I feel like the practice starts with just getting out of yourself.
Yeah, I agree. No.
Because I feel like you're going to make excuses till the cows come home. At some point, nigga, you got to do that shit.
For sure.
Or you're not going to see growth. You want to take that next one?
For?
The tweet.
Oh, yes.
I'll read the creatives. What do you need in 2024?
Is it for the art?
Mm-hmm.
At Ari Vogue said, in response to the Black women photographers, creatives, what do you need in 2024? To live alone, friends that get me active by providing space, inviting me to do my thing, and speak my name in rooms with opportunity. Optional, a newsworthy girlfriend. That's what they threw up in there.
I mean, hey, it'd be like that.
I mean, look, a newsworthy boyfriend, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you hear this, Tanika Shea.
Hear like, I'll lie, my DMs are closed.
But, no, yeah, like, I am single, but I don't know about all that extra stuff.
Yeah, don't come in my DMs with no foolishness, please. I'm gonna get cursed out.
But I have to agree. Mm-hmm. Inviting me to do my thing.
Yeah, definitely the last part.
The last one,
yeah, the last part I feel like for me was the providing a space, and inviting me to do my thing, and then obviously like speaking my name in rooms. I feel like a lot of people don't do that enough of highlighting their friends or the people that they know. Because you know me, me personally, I'm very passionate about that.
I just picked this next one.
Right.
I didn't even go hold you. I haven't even dealt with that yet, but I know it's gonna be earthy.
Oh, it's gonna be
it's one of them, like, you're gonna love it but hate it because you're gonna grow to that level, obviously. Right. So it's gonna be a level up. Right. But it's like, this is gonna be so irritating. Right. All right, so I'm gonna actually go hop into it. The next one is from at the X Film X Lord.
Yay, that's the homie.
He said abolishment of net 30 is what he needs.
I feel like anybody who's a freelance person can relate to that. Anybody.
Getting paid 30 days after you've already completed.
Boy.
set this bitch ablaze.
First off, how am I is my rent gonna be due on the 1st?
First off,
and I don't get paid until the 30th. So
I think it's even worse when you're seeing your product. Like I'm seeing a lot of people they be like, I'm seeing like it be full blown, full out campaign. It's been past the net 30 and I still have not got paid.
Yeah.
What do you do in those situations?
Boy, I get to calling. Me personally. I get to calling. For me, when it comes
to get to calling,
I'll get to calling. Hell yeah, my POC,
man,
my point of contact.
We'll be in contact.
Boy, I'll get to calling Susan, Helen, ma'am.
Somebody better answer their damn phone. What's that?
What's your email? Check your email. I just emailed you some. I'm hitting you up, or what they say. I'm following up and closing the loop.
What does that mean?
On this shit.
Where it's like,
I'm following up. I'm closing the loop and touching back. Email. Rebecca, Rachel. No, it's Rachel.
Yeah, it's like Rachel, you big fat
big little bitch.
Yeah, you took me off the schedule. And while you took me off the schedule, you hating it. Like, bro, that's literally like, where's my money? I'm seeing all of my photos and design stuff all over the timeline.
You getting paid?
A campaign rollout. All
y'all done made $50,000 off my merch.
Man, moved on to the next campaign for the next season. And I still have not gotten paid. Why am I seeing photographers, people that I respect, still talking about they got big corps and brands still on them? I see one person, she said, and I can't even quote her for real, but I feel like she said she had four people that have needed to hit her back that she still has not got work like paid from.
Me personally though, this takes me
and
back to the Monique thing though. It doesn't matter how big you are. It doesn't matter any of that. You gotta fight for yourself. You have to advocate for yourself.
I'm about to get disrespectful about the money. Don't play, bro.
Boy, I get to speaking that corporalese. I'll be on Chat GPT. I'll be on Chat GPT speaking corporalese. I don't give a fuck. Respectfully, I don't understand. It's like, boy, look, you already know I use Chat GPT, boy. Chat GPT, if you ever want to sponsor us, please know we are very much on path because I use Chat GPT. A lot,
That's the one AI that I vouch for. Little piece of,
but we only, all them other ones, just in case y'all become sentient.
I don't know.
I'm cool with you.
Hey,
y'all fuck with you.
I'm a photographer and a designer. We'll see about
if you ever need somebody.
Shout out her making whole photography and campaigns out of AI. I don't know. I get behind some of that.
But so outside of the tweets, there was one other thing that I feel like off the record that I really wanted us to talk about. Who I think you follow this photographer too, right?
Yeah, I respect. This is one of the ones I respect.
Do you? Okay. So at cameraman Jacob at JPW Photos said, I didn't realize how resentful people get towards you when you're chasing your dreams. LOL. Like, what makes you think this shit is easy?
On everything.
And
on soul. Say it again.
Boy, let me say it one more time. At cameraman Jake said, I didn't realize how resentful people get towards you when you're chasing your dreams. LOL. Like, what makes you what makes you think
this shit is easy?
Because I feel like there is such a misconception about being creative.
Shit look cute,
especially
nice outside.
When I first went. This will be the only time I'll ever relegate this shit to Oklahoma though. Especially here in Oklahoma, boy. I feel like.
Why do you say that?
Well, I feel like one. We got that little whole Tulsa OKC bullshit beef. We're not gonna get into it this episode. We'll get into it on another fucking episode. But nonetheless, I feel like we run into a lot of people because we are from a small town, quote unquote, whatever. We've all seen each other go from high school to middle school, whatever. People pivot, people change. I feel like people see, oh, you doing a podcast, or oh, you're a rapper now, or oh, you sing now, or oh, you do X, Y, and Z now. There's already you don't take me seriously until I get traction. Then once I start getting traction, then all of a sudden it shifts the narrative a little bit.
You feel like that's both Tulsa and Oklahoma City?
I feel like Oklahoma in general. I'm talking about Oklahoma in general, but even within that beef, you get people who are like, I'm from Oklahoma City and I'm from Tulsa and I'm better than you, blah 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 blah, whatever the fuck. But I'm saying that to say to like none of the shit is easy.
None of when you have these situations, but go ahead.
What? Oh, with the Tulsa?
I just don't.
With the Tulsa beef and OKC beef?
I said I'm not gonna eat bread, but I feel like, I'm from Tulsa.
Boy.
But
like I said, we're gonna not get into it this episode.
I don't feel like I just want to say that on record though, because it's like I don't see that for real.
You don't.
I feel like
boy, if I can point to the other person in the studio, I say
to the audience to get perspective. I am like I moved a lot, so like I feel like for me it's hard to kind of claim one over the other because it's like I moved.
I don't
so
even think
much.
it's about claiming though. I feel like just in general,
But as far as like
niggas get real. I'm from Tulsa. Bitch, okay,
No,
I'm from
no.
OKC. What?
But I mean,
a frog flew in the sky. What the fuck?
It's just a pride being a Tulsan. It's all that it is.
Yes,
like,
but that air that comes with it.
Like I feel like to an extent, like I mean, granted, with me moving so much, most of my high school and everything, and my like up until 7, me being 7, like I was in Tulsa. Then I moved to Oklahoma City. Then I moved back during my high school years, and so it's like, and then my whole family, all of my roots is from Tulsa.
And
so
that's
like,
fine, and that's great.
I think it's just
but I
don't see the beef though. Like that's what I'm saying.
You don't. I feel like it's in. Yeah, cause we go.
You see the beef?
You don't.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, all right, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. We gonna talk about this in the next episode. But
yeah, if you're not on our Patreon, we mentioned it earlier. We're gonna have a really special guest on our Patreon. We're gonna be talking real shit.
Already here.
That's who I was asking the question to, because I feel like me personally, outside looking in as a nigga that's not from Tulsa, but I got family in Tulsa. Y'all wear that Tulsa shit like you hoity-toity, ass in the air. Like y'all the hot, no, I promise you, every single person I've seen that gives from Tulsa, y'all give this like, I'm from Tulsa and I'm better than you because we got Greenwood down the street and Black Wall Street was down here. I don't know what it is.
Sound like haters right now.
No, it's not haters, but you yourself, you just said it. It's the way y'all carry yourself when y'all say that. I'm from Tulsa.
Oh my God, I'm about to beat your ass.
That's it. That's how y'all sound.
I'm about to whoop her. Y'all about to just. It's gonna be rummaging going on.
That's how y'all sound.
Like,
and mind you, I'm a nigga that has roots in Tulsa, like historic district. I fuck with everybody, but as somebody who's left and came back, it's very much.
Anybody Oklahoma,
shut that shit up, bro. We all from Oklahoma.
Sure.
Anybody from LA or New York will look at us and be like, Tulsa.
No, I mean I agree, but I root for anybody Oklahoma. I don't care. But if you ask me where I'm from, like,
well, but anytime I talk to Tulsa people, bro, they have that.
Do you feel like I'm one of them people?
No. Sometimes you. You have your moments.
Okay.
You have your moments where you get in that I'm from Tulsa. Like, that's how y'all sound. And I just be like,
real from the town, but I don't know, you know.
Bro, I don't give a fuck because I've been outside of Oklahoma. You can say you're from Tulsa. And
no, when I went to New York, they was looking at me crazy with some of the stuff I said. I think one time I had said like, I had said it was when turnt was a thing for real. I was like, oh, this is like, I was like, oh damn, this is turnt for real. They was like turnt.
So where is
that?
Is that near Chicago? Nigga, no. It's above Texas. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, for me personally, I just feel like it's dumb to have that air of I'm from Texas. I just think it's dumb. You can have pride in Tulsa.
All right,
you can have pride in no. You can have pride in OKC. You can have pride in Tulsa. You can have pride in where you're from for sure. You can have I'm saying you can have pride.
Why you gotta do all of that shit?
Because it's
why do I?
Because that's how y'all sound.
What's the point? Like,
boy, because I've heard so many people that give that. Like, I'm not. No. Because this is what y'all do. You be like, oh, you from the city, or you from OKC. I'm from Tulsa. Bitch, get it right.
I ain't never.
Boy, that's how y'all act. So I don't know. That's exactly.
I feel like you just got your optics with Tulsans is just a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Or it could be people who give me this impression. Have you ever thought of that?
Look, it's your prerogative. It's your life. I don't really care.
But
at the same time, if I'm from Tulsa, then all of my niggas.
That's how y'all sound. Like, if you talk to creators from Tulsa, and I feel like
all the Tulsans. No, I want all the Tulsans to
jump me. What you gonna do? Come over here and get shot? I don't give a fuck.
I didn't say jump you or none of that. All I said is
I don't have no beef with no people from Tulsa. I just feel like
I get what you're saying.
I've never
seen it. I have just never seen it.
Boy,
I've never felt it.
But
you say that I'm a part of it sometimes, so I don't know.
Y'all get on y'all Tulsa bandwagon. Just a bitch. Like, y'all get on that.
I feel like you don't always rep where you're from. That's another thing, too. That's why I don't care. That's why
I love that. But in a state like Oklahoma, and we talking from an hour away, nigga, like, it's the same state, nigga. We talking like you from Dallas. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm from Dallas. Or I'm from Houston.
Maybe 45, depending on what you're talking about. She don't even know for real. That's what I'm saying.
Nigga, an hour away.
It's not an hour away.
It's definitely an hour.
Tulsa is an hour away right now.
Yes.
Right now.
Nigga, you hit the McDonald's at the halfway point. What are we talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
It might be from your house because you are closer. But from where I'm at, it's an hour and 30, hour 45.
Let's take you motherfucker more.
And we ain't even gotta go there. Cause I'm about to slam you out your damn chair. You coming from every area that I've been from. Like, what did I do for real? Other than show up and do my part.
Why are you taking it personal?
I'm about to blow this bitch up.
Is it because you are a Tulsan?
No. Shut up, bro.
Is the shoe fitting?
Shut up. Yeah,
are you lacing that
clean? Yeah, look
lacing that bitty up and right?
Yeah, that's the running. Wall to wall like Chris Brown. You about to see me jump through this bitch. Yeah. Shenanigans.
But this next part I feel like is gonna require the listeners to really tap in. You wanna take it? Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I already had some other.
Raw. Alright. So so basically this next portion is for our people to engage with us and talk about certain dilemmas. Dilemmas with D and Key, where we hear from you guys, whether it be like a creative situation, whether you're in a corporate space and you got a white lady on your back, or you got a black lady on your back. I don't know, race doesn't matter. You just got a bitch ass nigga on your back. Don't spit it out.
You got a band. You got a band on your back.
Yeah, you just got somebody back. Or
you got a band on your back? Yeah, I like that.
Wow.
Or
if you're in a corporate space and you're trying to figure out how to handle a boss, grind your gears, or what have you. Or let me just for like advice on how to get started, how to find yourself in spaces, how to research, those type of things. I feel like dilemmas with D and Key, you can always send us at unpaidinvoicespod@gmail with your dilemma in the subject header. If you want to be anonymous, give us a little pseudonym.
We're not gonna say your name. We're not gonna out you. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. I don't want you to lose your job.
Yeah, no.
Not in this economy.
It's not even worth all of that for
me.
real.
It really isn't. So with that being said, I feel like this first one is super light. And it comes from At the Love Gallery, who we love and adore.
We love you.
She asked us, what's something that you wish you knew before that you know now? And I'm going to talk about it to you because I really don't know.
Why you always... She was just talking about how... Now you
talking everything. I read the shit.
She read it. No, anyways. Look, you getting comfy now, tossing everything. You got
I tossed two things off.
Yeah. No, you did it. I'm counting. Nah.
Somebody was paying attention.
What's that? Yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't have to.
What's something that I wish that I knew now that I didn't before?
Oh, I know. Not a big budget.
I feel like
taxes.
Really?
Yes.
That's not even a thing for me, for
taxes. Real. The business side of it, I feel like for me, was a large learning curve.
It was scary. I ain't gonna lie.
I feel like that was a
but once
learning curve.
once I understood what was going on for real, I was like, oh, okay, bet. I don't even care about this for real.
I see, but I feel like you've been freelance a lot longer than I have.
Yeah.
I haven't been freelance very long,
yeah.
So it's very.
Most of the times when you starting out, it's gonna be a wash.
Boy.
Yeah. They don't even let you know that for real, and then you get amped up about oh my goodness, what am I? But 9 times out of 10, you've already when you starting out your business, they say the first. What do they tell you when you start out your business? Most businesses fail, whatever, or don't start up until the 5th year or something.
Yeah,
it's because the whole first times it's just washing. They're not making no real profit for real.
Well, I mean, even just the minute details of maybe I should start an LLC or maybe I should have a 503(c) or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
that little shit like that, I feel like is really just being up to date. I feel like was the thing that I wish I would have maybe
So taxes is yours.
Yeah.
I feel like mine has nothing to do with taxes and everything to do with what's it?
Branding.
Not branding for real.
Or networking.
I feel like it's mental. Mine, I feel like mine has to do with my mental. Yeah, my mental state. No matter if I wish I would have told myself just still get it done for real. I feel like sometimes with me,
I
find, and I say that so vaguely because I feel like there are moments where I could have outsourced, and you kind of talk about this. Sometimes I'm not really trying to hear that for real. I like doing stuff myself because I like being in control. But I feel like outsourcing, I could have possibly outsourced for some things, came off of that a little bit.
No.
Yeah, and I feel like, so I mean, just getting it done, like getting myself to not, because how I create, like my creative process is kind of based off, not super based off my emotions, but you know what I'm saying? You got to learn how, you got to create. You a real creative when you create when you don't want to create. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like you get shit done even still.
I feel that
when you don't want to do it.
Writing. You said that to me the other day about writing, and I was
like when you and I mean it's and even there's a book I think it's like I forgot what it's called, but I think it's like learning the resistance or getting through the resistance, but it's like when people they said like an example of you are real creative. You're a real creative.
I don't want to resist, but they do.
Because have you heard that saying like you're not a real creative if you don't do it for the love? Almost kind of giving that thing of like you don't need to get paid, But it was like, but in the book, it's like you when you love something, you cultivate that, you build it off of your life. You want rewards for that. You want, you know what I'm saying, everything for it. So it's like, how can you say that you don't love that? I don't do it because you know what I'm saying. I don't love it because I'm not doing it for free. When in reality, that's exactly why I love it because I'm doing all, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff. I'm getting all this stuff. I should be able to get and receive all these things for something that I'm doing that I love. So it's like. I don't know.
For me, when it comes to that take, like, I feel like logically we all have to.
Because think about how much discipline. Think about how much discipline.
I can't go to my landlord and be like, so the projects that I passionately did, they did not yield any income. But here are my passionate things that I've done.
Man.
And if you are passionate about them as well, I can give you a little something. Like, it just don't work that way.
It doesn't.
I can't call USAA and be like, hey.
They say anything you dedicate in your life to, you love it. Like, it don't matter. Like, so this whole thing of, like, not getting paid or don't need to get paid for something that you love is bullshit. Like, if you dedicate your life to it.
I love art. I love being creative. But also, a bitch gotta eat.
Man.
And a bitch also has to have a roof over her head. Like, I feel like Maslow's hierarchy then negates and all of that other bullshit that people talking about.
I mean, yeah.
Because I'm passionate, but bitch, at a certain point, you gotta pay me. Like, I love this thing. I really do. But at what point can I do this for free for so long?
I mean, yeah, I definitely agree.
So, yeah, for me, that's where I just like, I mean, that sounds all well and good, but I think I wish, I guess the mental side of it, but I think for sure just the business side of things, the intricacies of how to make it really profitable. Because I've seen some people who can go out and get, you know, a business loan and then they open up their brick and mortar and they've only been in business, you know, they just bought their LLC and then.
I mean, when everybody scammed and got them $20,000
and then they really make traction and I'm like, that's not.
The person with a real LLC didn't get one, but all them scammer Negroes.
Man, I had one and I'm still trying to get my scammer friend and it didn't work for me, so I said maybe
I didn't get one. Bro, y'all, what you mean you got, hold up.
Man, we'll talk about that.
Hold up.
Alright, listening. I didn't get it, so you can't come after me. So
folks was getting $20,000.
I knew niggas who got $10K a piece, boy, and I didn't get one, and I had a legitimate subtle home LLC.
Folks was looking up people's names, because you know it was a database.
I was trying to get at least 10 bands, like, to really influence subtle.
That's all I think I really wanted.
That's all I did.
I applied for it. I thought it was 10 to 20,000. There was one for 10, and I think there was one for 20, and I think I caught the 10 one early on.
So,
man, I don't even know.
Boy, y'all would have had all the candles in the world. Shit.
Boy, I would probably.
I
probably wouldn't even be here.
No, them niggas said denied. And I said, oh.
That was God. You probably was gonna blow it on a Ferrari or something.
10?
10? Oh, I thought you was talking about that 20.
Nigga, I didn't get 2.5 million like some people was doing with them PPP loans.
On me, that one girl who got that mansion and then she had to go to jail.
I'm sorry.
I was looking for her.
Sideways segue onto that. I just feel like you couldn't be a real business person if you thought that was a smart ass idea. One place I don't fuck around about with is the IRS.
She's a criminal. She wasn't thinking like a business person. Duh.
I would have been.
You see when they pull up to her door, her mama answered and they asked her where she was at.
They need to watch White Collar. If they watch White Collar, they would have known what to do. You would have invested in some art.
Again, you're putting too much. logic
sometimes
towards criminals that are not.
Me personally, I'm a logical criminal, bitch. The fuck?
She got $4.5 million, I think, worth of loans. Do you really think that she was gonna like really like think that out? She bought like $1 million house,
if I'm
like
pursuing
3-4 cars.
anything over $250,000, which I feel like is a misdemeanor or a felony by law, I am definitely planning out some shit so that I don't go to jail.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Maybe I've watched too many criminal shows, but me personally, I'm not going down without no plan. The fuck?
I mean, look.
Not saying IRS if you are listening to that.
Anyways.
Yeah, I engage in such nefarious acts. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah,
if I was allegedly, hypothetically.
I don't owe y'all nothing, so don't come to my door for nothing. I'm not welcoming y'all. You're not getting no.
I don't got that money, so don't ask me for shit.
Boo, that's what
I'm
they're
a
called.
struggling creative. But yeah, so before we close out, this is like our final segment. I think this is gonna be my personal favorite. Me personally. But this is our Be So Fucking For Real About It segment, and this is just kind of our final moments where we ask you guys to really take a second, when engaging with creatives, whether that be as a client or if that's you as a fellow creative hitting another fellow creative up for a service. Whatever those cases may be. I know you have one. Do you want to go first?
Nah, you go first.
No, okay.
Because I might switch mine for real.
Honestly, I don't remember what mine was.
Oh my goodness.
Just so you said you.
Did you say you?
It's gone, been gone. Twice.
It's on 6.
I mean, look.
I'm trying to think what mine was. It was. Oh, I think mine was mostly related to the pod, probably. About y'all being so fucking for real.
About like wanting to come on and not talk about nothing for real? Because you're not a creative, so what are you talking about?
Yes. We've had a lot of people hit us up to be on the podcast.
And don't get us wrong, because Key be sounding like she be like, get the hell out of the messages. And she do. But
I was like,
and we love y'all for real, but
kisses.
we have to talk about something. So,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the whole point of this podcast is to kind of add perspective and shine light on some of the stuff that creators have to deal with. So if you are not a creative, how can we do that for real?
Or if you're not even a creative who's really solid in what you're doing.
Yeah. And by creative too, you don't have to be like super in your stuff. Like when I say that, or when we say that, it's not like you got to be super cemented 2 years, because I'm like 8 years into my stuff.
But if
you ain't got to be like a decade in.
I think I want to rap today. You're not I'm sorry.
Yeah, probably. Just
like stuff like
establish
that.
it. So basically, we looking for creatives, be more established. You know what I'm saying? Don't come on here thinking that.
And also too, just in general, don't come on here trying to start no beef with no other rapper because he live in Tulsa or they from you. Yeah,
this is also not
so. Don't come on here doing that because I'll escort you smooth out. Connor will be behind me and we'll kick your ass out the door. I don't give a fuck.
While they're behind you, I'm gonna be recording just so nothing.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. Possibly security could be on set. So
I'm crying.
Come around.
We not gonna have that
if you want to.
I feel like we not gonna have that.
I hope not, but I'm sending a warning out just in case. Please don't come around here acting.
Yeah, we not on the drama stuff. But I mean, with that being said, though,
I mean, you can talk your shit.
You can talk, you can talk your stuff.
You
can talk if there's like situations that y'all had that and it just so happened to be you dealt with somebody here, then that's whatever. But we just want to highlight the situations, not necessarily the people. We don't want to like. There will probably be moments where it's like a highlight of a person, maybe, possibly, and that's probably going to be depending on what the situation is for real. But we're highlighting scenarios. Yeah. So
look, have some media training. If you don't have no media training, maybe figure it out before you come on.
I just feel like media training in simple terms is really just don't get on here acting an ass. Like it's just really that simple.
In layman's terms, don't come on here acting an ass.
Don't be silly. Come on now.
I think that's all I really had.
My Be So Fucking For Real is, I had a recent moment where somebody felt like I
was there, y'all.
Stop. You said what?
I said I was there, y'all. I saw it in 4K.
I had my Be So Fucking For Real is a moment that I had with just another creative, and we were at an event, a creative event, and we were talking about, when anybody knows me, like when I'm at creative events, I'm kind of like chill, laid back, but if I get the opportunity, I'm always plug myself. So this person I've already had, you runners, people, and it was like, hey, you got cover art, you know what I'm saying? You got cover art services, hit me, graphic design service, da. Well, this person decided that. We was just talking regular, but I don't even know.
How did he even started?
I don't even know, but basically, folks asked me my pricing, and they were like, immediately, like, I don't even remember.
The average rapper has 2 baby moms and 4 kids.
I don't even think I got to say my pricing for real before they went into like, I'm asking for too much. Yeah. I said, and it was like, whoa, like, hold on, I did not ask you for all of that. 1, 2. I don't.
That's a wild statistic.
Do y'all go up to OG&E and tell OG&E? Let's not even use OG&E. Let me go a little further down for y'all. Do y'all go to y'all hair niggas that cut y'all hair and say, "Hey, bro, can't send you this 45 for real because my baby mama is asking." And yes, that's a whole nother little tidbit. But do y'all do all of that extra stuff? Hey, my situation is just my situation right now. Y'all might, you might. But at the same time, everybody's not like that. We know what that is. And so I ask you, why do I have to give a hot, steamy damn about you being on having your baby mamas and anything else for that matter? Like, that doesn't mean I don't care about any of that. Like, what? But this was brought up in conversation as if I was supposed to take in, because it was posed as I didn't know my market.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And
I'm gonna always take critique. I like listening to other creators. That's not even a point. The point is, be so fucking for real. I have been doing this for a minute, and I'm not saying I'm not saying I can't learn nothing. But for your rebuttal to be like, to tell me about a situation that folks is going through, that is not how business is ran. Do Target give a hot steamy damn that you can't afford this shit right here? Either you're getting it or you're not. Put it down. If you're not getting it, what do? You put it down. You put it right where it was at. Yeah. You drop it. You don't go up to the cashier and you say, "Hey, I got hit with my rent, but I want these earrings.
I got $14.
Can you go ahead and let me take them for $5 versus the $13 or the $25 that they be at?" No, they're not doing that. So my point was, again, we're going to go back to be so fucking for real. If we're talking about business, what happens in them situations is we open up the dialogue for what can work. We don't talk about folks changing their whole dynamic. Or you come into me
asking for X, Y, Z, and W, and L, and then being like, "But I have $35."
Yeah.
So I want all of that for $35.
Like, my point is, you have to bring this up in conversation. We need to talk about that. It needs to be an open conversation. But for you to then put it back on the what is the term for it? The contractor, because anyone, this could be a videographer, this could be a photographer. In my situation, I was the graphic designer, photographer in that moment. But anybody, for you to go to anyone and say that, it's like, yes, provide perspective on like the marketing and stuff, but I don't know, man. In that moment, I had to talk my shit. Key was there. I feel like it was
baffled by that.
I was just like, whoa, like that's kind of crazy for you to say. And I had, like I said,
but
like
you
I'm
be in my face with a whole gold dash iced out chain and your watch.
And what's crazy is she brought that up after the fact.
Yeah,
conversation. I wasn't even thinking like that. My point was just on a business level that's just not how that goes.
You're not about to sit up in my goddamn
She was
face
looking at it from like
with some chains and you fronting like you got all this money, but you can't pay for your cover art. You can't pay your engineer. You can't pay this, that, and the third. Nigga, you ain't balling. What trenches? You're not out in the trenches yet. You need to until you hit them trenches, because your shit look like you did this shit on Canva and I can't read it. So, I don't know.
I'm really trying to remember how we got on that conversation, because I really just remember it being like, hey,
bro, because he came out of nowhere with that. And the person we're talking about, he's a very beloved person. Like, I don't want y'all
no one hates. No. It's not none of that. It's not none of that. Like,
he's
it's just,
definitely like,
again, we're just talking about the situation.
Enough will be on the pod, but yeah. I just feel like in that instance, it goes back to a lot of times. I feel like when you're dealing creative to creative, there gets these conversations where it's like, well, you need to understand where I'm coming from, and it's hard times, and I'm da-da-da-da-da. And me, I'm sorry, I'm always revert back to logic. Nigga, you in my face talking about you iced out and this, that, and the third, and you got all this traction and motion What motion? You ain't paid me.
I was not
my
even,
net 30 been sitting there. It's net 31.
I'm not even looking at it from that standpoint, even though that is a supporting that is a supporting thing though. But my thing is base level. If you have a certain expectation, any creative, and you go in wanting to work with someone, state that expectation and ask them if they can work with that. Don't go in asking them for a regular, making it seem like you're asking for regular services for whatever they're asking for, and then you don't kind of make that known, because what's going to end up happening 9 times out of 10 is you're not going to get from the contractor standpoint, you're not going to get a response once you tell the price. And from the other point, you're not going to get what you needed, which was the service.
Right.
But you didn't state exactly what you were looking for. There's a way to go about that, y'all. Like, it's not, I just feel like it's just how you approach it. Now, is it going to work every time? No, I'm not saying that.
Because I think also, too, that goes back to building relationships.
Yeah.
And fostering the art
but how can you do that?
Collaboration.
How can you do that, though, when folks is just immediately like, hey, I can't give you this, but I can do... No, I'm not doing that with you, man.
Like, it goes back to that. It goes back to that relationship. Like, if somebody, like, if I approach you, or case point, when I have approached you about doing shit for me, it was always from the standpoint of, what are your rates? What do you have to offer?
No, yeah.
And if I couldn't do that, I would come to you and say, hey, I'm short here. What can we do with what I have?
But that's an honest and open conversation.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like they have to approach it like that. You only can approach it like that if you one are humble and also value.
Yeah, like for some of y'all stuff, I think it's really maybe an ego or pride thing, especially if we're talking about. Because in this instance, what we were talking about for the sake of this conversation, we were specifically talking about rappers, because this was the environment that we were in. It was mostly rappers. Granted, that's not all I work with. I work with all types of artists, but that's what you don't know your market, was rappers. Yeah. So,
and that's, I feel like, was also a knock to just Oklahoma rappers
it's just in general. I think it was just in general.
In general, that's not true.
Yeah, I don't think it was just Oklahoma. It's just rappers in general, and it was like, I don't really care about that still.
You don't know your market. Well, I do know.
I do know my market. It's just also in order to build those relationships. Why would I go? Do you go in automatically lowballing yourself? No. And if you are, like, we need to talk and have another conversation. Like, I'm not gonna go in and immediately work with you. You need to tell me exactly what you're looking for, your expectations of things. Like, that's just what it is. It's not gonna always go that way, but I mean, yeah, be so fucking for real, bro. Y'all gotta kind of work on the etiquette of, like, asking for stuff.
Yeah.
As well as
it would just be fostering relationships with people and making sure it's on a genuine front, because I feel like that is also like the networking part of it.
Yeah.
Which we have an episode where we're really like
South.
where we'll break down. Go sit down, please.
South in the cut.
South in the cut. You know how it is. You know.
Having a dog. She's a dog mom.
I'm a dog mom. Praise the Lord. I'm real children. Amen. But yeah, I feel like it goes back to just being able to network properly and really approach people on a basis of respect, and acknowledging their craft and what they do.
Yeah.
I feel like that's, if you don't know how to do that, then you're gonna suffer if you really see yourself on a bigger scale. Because if you really think about it, we've seen people who are top models, and you've seen people who are top photographers, but because they friends, what have they been able to do? They've been able to come together and make amazing art and make it happen. So it's like, I don't know. Me personally, I just feel like y'all have to learn how to really foster relationships and be genuine and make that a thing. I mean, even with Unpaid, I feel like it was a very genuine thing. I reached out to my guy Connor. We went to school together. I reached out to you. I reached out to all of the people, and it's like, I want, it has to be a genuinely, like, passionate thing. Like, you gotta talk to people on some real shit.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
Oh, no, that's not for that.
I was gonna say, I don't know.
I thought you was asking for your iPad.
Girl. Look, sorry, y'all.
But we're almost done, y'all. That was really the last little bit. Again, like I said, we just be really wanting y'all to be so fucking for real about some certain situations. In my case, I want y'all to be so fucking for real when y'all ask. Again, I said on the new podcast, I'll say it here again. Unless you've been reached out by one of our producers or me, don't ask to be on the pod.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, you can ask, but more than likely, people that we want
just say what we're looking for. Really.
Yeah,
we'll just hit you back.
Hit you
can ask, but just be aware of what we're.
Be aware of who
it has to
or
be,
what
it
you
has
do.
to fit. Yeah, it has to
be
fit what we're looking for real. So you can ask, but I mean, we'll see if it fit. That's
That's all I do.
I'm sure eventually you will fit if you don't fit at that moment, especially if you're building your your creative flow. So in due time.
It was just the niggas who was asking. It was like,
yeah, Key was like super fed up, so I can't really vouch to that for real. But I mean,
because the people who were asking
I was
was so
chilling.
random. I was just like,
Yeah,
what do you do creative?
and they were like, oh my goodness, I just
No, like it
Play
wasn't
on
even
mine.
that. They were just like, I'd love to be on the pod. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, we'll get back to you. We'll let you know.
and that's business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm thinking, why would you have the audacity to ask me?
It doesn't matter. Business as usual.
Why would you
When
do
you
that?
hot and you popping, you know what I'm saying?
This is why
It's
I'm
just the
fly.
territory that you
This
gotta
is
be
why
in.
I'm fly.
This one, yeah. What is it? I'm hot because you. What is it?
I'm hot because you're not.
Yeah.
This is why I'm fly.
This
I
is-
don't know, but anyway.
In a minute.
Anyways, y'all, this has been Unpaid Invoices. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is our first episode. I think it went great. I'm ready to get into the spicy chat. I'm a little lit.
I feel like once we in person for real,
Oh,
the
yeah.
facial expressions is
Yeah. Or definitely memeable hits for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
But as I said, follow us on @Unpaid Invoices on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Unpaid Invoices Pod, I think on Instagram. Yeah, do you have anything else you want to say before we close out?
no.
No.
Y'all,
You want to plug your shit?
plug my stuff. Plug my
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
If y'all want to follow site of She for all of my work, my photo, my graphic design, cover
If you
art,
need
all of
real
those
cover
things. Right. If you need cover art, hit site of She on Instagram and Nashay Danique on Instagram for my personal and Danique Nashay on Twitter if you want to follow me. I be chilling. I don't be talking
And
too
for all
much
my other
cash.
fellow filmmakers out there in the world that are listening, get your girl for all your producing and creative needs. I am your girl. This is Unpaid Invoices. I am Kiera Webster.
And we are out. This is Danique.
And we'll see you guys next episode.
Bye.
Bye.